Okay, we just here last night. I did a video last night, but nah, we'll do it again. Leanne Fitch. Leanne Fitch was appointed to this review board to review how a man killed 22 people in Nova Scotia and was, what was it, 12 hours, maybe longer, just going around shooting people in an unmarked RCMP cruiser, or marked. But there's a lot of questions. The public weren't warned, and what happened? How could this have been avoided? So many questions. So they asked for a review. This panel was going to do a review. No public inquiry, just a review. And guess what? They put Leanne Fitch in there. Now, I don't know what's going on with Leanne Fitch. Ever since the shooting that happened here in Fredericton, next week or week after will be 2 years. She seemed to be a folks hero, and you know, like going around the world and giving speeches, and I mean, it was a terrible moment in my life. And next thing you know, she's gone. And I've been hearing some stories. Leanne Fitch is not what the morale was very, very, very bad at the police station. I know if I'm not a cop hater. I hate bullshit. When police officers, bad cops, Fred Oiseau, Bobby Beauchamp Simmons, River Rat, Matt Myers, Yves Desprez, who else? I don't forget. Rob Costello, God bless his soul. What's the other one? There's another little weasel somewhere. Anyway, when those people, when the establishment support bad cops, I got a problem. To falsely accuse me to be a pedophile, and no apology, no nothing. And I might add, this is not over yet. But focus. Let's go on Leanne Fitch. It's not only with me. Leanne Fitch was an incredible police chief. I don't know how come people are not speaking up against her. Maybe it's because she's gay and they don't want to get the gays going, ooh, the New Brunswick Human Rights Commission and anti-gay, and holy shit, I mean, a person would be crucified. Leanne Fitch sent those 2 cops after me. 2 cops from Edmundston. Send them from Edmundston after me in the corner here, right behind the legislator. Go to YouTube, write Edmundston Police and Charles LeBlanc, and you'll see when the 2 cops approach me. Orders from the Fredericton Police Force and Leanne Fitch. And Leanne Fitch they spent $20,000. $20,000 on this investigation. And nothing is said, nothing is done. The case was dropped. But Leanne Fitch was in charge. And Leanne Fitch never apologized for falsely accusing me to be a pedophile. Leanne Fitch was in charge. I got a video. Andrew McDonald, when they first arrested me, the legislator here, Leanne Fitch was right behind it to have the government to have me sign papers, conditions, not to talk to an MLA pending my trial. And Leanne Fitch was there. So we have a person now, this review is canceled, now it's going to be a public inquiry. And Leanne Fitch is the same woman that did the inquiry of Daniel Levesque, that was shot dead by 3 members of the RCMP, or was it 1 member? 3 bullets in his body. He was no saint. Breaking it into a car at the Coliseum. And Leanne Fitch investigated this, and she said, the 3 bullets in Daniel Levesque's body didn't cause Daniel Levesque's death. It was caused by a knife wound. A knife wound. 3 bullets in his body. No, that's not how he died. Bullshit! Anyway. And weeks, or a month later, then came Justin Book. And the 3 cops from the RCMP were shot dead. Was it because of that? We don't know, because David Lutz sort of forced him to plead guilty, and I should have never pleaded guilty, because we would have known why he went on that rampage. Now, is going to change. Now there's a public, it's going to be a public inquiry, and Leanne Fitch is going to be there. Now, I don't know why is a person from New Brunswick going to be involved in a public inquiry in Nova Scotia. I could just imagine the cost it's going to cost just to travel. Because I'm telling you, this woman loves to travel. And she's taken advantage of a situation, the sad situation that the 4 people were shot dead here in Fredericton, and she was in Halifax, and she was the chief. And they were looking for any chief could have done the same thing in that position. But her record, the morale at the police station wasn't good. Some people say, well, she had to deal with many bad cops. Leanne Fitch is very vindictive, and that's why she sent 2 cops from Edmundston that, if you look at the video, I could have easily punched, oh, hey, that's right, I'm wearing this. I could have easily punched one of the cops or shoved them very hard. Hey, how you doing? Good. And then, oh yes, and I could have become a Michel Viano, the guy that was shot dead by the Bathurst police. And then they would have said, well, Mr. LeBlanc should have never assaulted, not 1, 2 police officers. And the public would have said, yeah, okay, well, they had a good reason to shoot him. So I think it's a very, very, very bad move to have Leanne Fitch in charge of this public inquiry and one of the 3 panelists, and it's going to cost a lot of money. It's going to take years. But the credibility, we know this public inquiry, at least we're going to hear everybody, every Tom, Dick, and Harry is going to step forward and give their opinions. And it's at least we'll hear all the facts compared to a review that nobody would have known what was going on. So I think this public inquiry is a waste of time, because we need credible people on that panel, and Leanne Fitch is not credible at all. None at all.